So today, actually, we are also focusing on the rotoscoping, okay? Because last lesson we're talking about why the rotoscoping is very important for making an animation. Because you will find that a lot of animation production house, they really apply a lot of skills of rotoscoping when they're doing the animation, no matter that is 2D animation or 3D animation, okay? So you know that it's really important, especially for you when you're working on your final year project. It's a must, okay, to take a photo, to take a reference video, okay. So today we got some class exercise, although you are all at home, but you still need to do it, okay. So I will give you some time to do it, and I will brief you what is the class exercise, and I will demonstrate how to do it, okay. 咁星期二我哋講咗咩叫 rotoscoping 啦，咁俾咗好多例子你睇到即係 rotoscoping 嘅重要性啦。你唔好諗住 rotoscoping，即係我雖然上個禮拜俾咗啲唔係上個禮拜上堂，我俾咗啲同學仔做嘅 animation 嘅例子，你見到咧可能我哋同學仔做嘅例子多數好似做落去 2D animation 裡面啦，但係其實唔係嘅，你發覺。Rotoscoping 呢樣嘢係可以 apply 喺 2D 啦，可以 apply 喺 3D 啦身上，所以你發覺咧，其實同埋你見到係even 係好專業嘅一啲 production house 啦，做 animation 嘅 Pixar 啊、迪士尼，佢哋都係會用呢一個方法嘅，即係證明就係唔係話學生你哋唔熟悉做 animation，我先至要用呢個技術。原來其實佢哋係為咗要個效果好，所以咧佢哋就覺得 rotoscoping 呢樣嘢好重要。咁我哋今日咧呢一堂咧。雖然大家喺屋企啦，但係我都有 class exercise 俾大家做，係啦，大家自己喺屋企，即係等間會堂上俾時間你做，係啦，咁都好簡單，好輕騎嘅啫。咁需要嘅 equipment 啦，頭先就講過啦，你個手提電話啦。我話你最好準備個腳架仔啦，係咪？咁去拍少少嘢就 OK 噶啦。咁其實手機已經好足夠噶啦。So what you need in today class exercise is a mobile phone, okay, and a tripod for a mobile phone. It's very simple because you will use it a lot in coming few weeks. 好，咁其實嗱，我上個堂咧，我都記得臨尾咧，我都俾咗一啲 link 你哋啦。咁其實我諗可能大家即係始終第一、第二堂啦，即係同我希望亦都藉住acting 嗰堂咧，係令到大家可以即係 warm up 下個人啦，即係唔好咁驚青，即係話要我去拍嘢喎，即係好似好尷尬咁樣。咁所以咧，其實上一堂嘅 notes 咧，臨尾咧，我就揾咗一啲咧，好有用嘅一啲網上面嘅一啲 reference，即係你其實發覺有啲嘢原來係未必需要自己拍，有一啲嘢其實原來 online 已經有現成嘅 resources 係可以用咯。So last lesson, I have shown you some of the reference link. Okay, actually, you can download a lot of reference video from the internet, which is free. Okay, because I know I think most of you need to warm up your body to move or to drum or to act like your character. Okay, I know it takes times, so I share some of the good reference link for you, so that just in case you don't want to shoot anything, you can still got something in your hand with your computer. Okay. 咁例如呢一個咧，其實我上次都俾你睇過噶啦，喺上一個 notes 嘅尾咧，其實就我咪講過有個人咧，佢好即係好無聊啦，好乜都好啦，佢真係做咗好多呢啲，拍咗好多呢啲咁嘅 reference video 咧，咁去做嘅。咁其實我自己覺得咧，我覺得俾你睇係做啲咩？係俾你有啲 idea 去諗嘅啫。我就未必話完全話唔需要自己拍，但係咧，我覺得咧你可以參考下。嗱，咁其實呢個咧就係佢講緊唔同嘅入房嘅方法。 咁其實好簡單啫嘛，你就算你個 animation 都係一樣有好多唔同嘅，即係可能開門閂門啊呢啲 situation 嘅。咁但係你會發覺我唔同角色佢唔同性格或者唔同高度啊，你諗下，如果我一隻好矮細嘅角色，佢要開門，同一個好高大好肥嘅角色佢開門，其實成個肢體語言都可以好唔同㗎喎，你諗下。咁我就係想你哋去做嘅時候就係諗下你個 character 佢有啲咩特質嘅，例如我舉例你個角色除咗矮啦，可能佢個頭好大，手好短嘅，咁你諗下佢點開門啦？即係大家試下，雖然間喺屋企，你諗下佢會點開門啦？俾咗我咧，佢好矮細嘅話咧，我就會要佢咧擔張凳，即係咧佢想開門，但係佢發覺佢唔夠高，佢要去擔張凳去開門嘅。即係呢個我嘅設計咁咪有趣咯，我切合翻嗰個角色嘅性格咯，而唔會話高嘅人又係咁開門，矮嘅人又係咁嘅開門，係嘛？肥嘅人又係咁嘅開門，係嘛？唔同嘅應該。So this is the very good reference. Okay, actually I showed this to you in last lesson. Actually, this guy I think is quite good at acting. Okay, for example, this video showing you 50 ways to enter a room. For example, different character will have different personality. They got different situation to enter a room. Okay, so they should act differently in different situation, right? Let's say if a character is really tall, or maybe your character is very short, actually they will enter the room differently. For example, if the character is really short, actually the character is unable to hold the handle to open the door, right? So maybe I will think of the short character, they will using a chair, okay, or some maybe a box, okay, so that he will tall enough to open the door, okay. So that is the design, that's the motion design, okay. I think it's really important. I think the video of this guy, I think is quite good for you. Maybe you cannot just copy and paste or just capture the video to use it, but it's really give you an idea. Maybe it can inspire you how to design the motion of this character. Okay, so actually from this channel, you will see he's got a lot of different videos, so you can looking at. Okay. 咁但係今日咧，我就唔想大家咧係用現成條片嘅，係啦，我想你要自己真係喐下啦，係啦，咁所以咧，等陣我就會講下噶啦。So, but of course today class exercise, I I don't want you to using a video online. Okay, I want you to shoot by yourself. Okay, because I want you to warm up your body. Okay, you cannot just sit. Okay, and listen to me. Okay, I would like you to move around. Okay, and do something. I will talking about it later. 咁另外一個 website 咧都好嘅喎，呢條 link 咧，呢條片都好好。呢條片好在啲咩咧？佢係簡單啲嘅啲行路方法，但係咧佢咧就用咗啲格仔咧，用嗰啲 grid 咧喺下低咧墊住，同埋佢做咗 slow motion。咁咧變咗咧，你就可以好仔細地咧睇到嗰個即係個人嘅動態係啲乜啊？Okay, I think this website, actually, this YouTube channel is very good as well. It's different from the one that I've just show you. In this video, you can see some of the preview over here. You can see that they were using a grid, okay, and underneath the video, so that you can see the shift of the body weight or the shape of the shoulder, okay, and also they will slow down the video to make it as a slow motion so that you can focus very clearly on the motion of the limb or the body or the head or whatever. Okay, so you can see that, for example, the high kick. You can see that he tried to slow down the motion so that you can see how the body move, how the head move, and Everything is really, really good when you're looking at this video. And also, for example, the walk, a simple walk, they also using two different angle so that you can easily to see that the side view and also the front view as well。咁你見到咧，佢呢個除咗用 slow motion 去俾你逐格逐格睇咧，即係其實你見到咧，佢個好處就係你咧連睇到咧，例如腳尖離地啊，佢呢個着地咧係腳踭落地啊，因為佢 slow motion 咗啊嘛，你咪睇得清楚咯。如果你用正常速度去睇，其實你未必睇得到嗰個人嗰個動態。咁同埋呢一個 reference 嘅好處咧，佢有正面啦，同埋側面啦。咁其實你諗下啦，我哋做 animation 其實好多時都係正面側面啦，係咪？咁其實有啲咩 reference 咧係幫助到大家咧，將去做 animation 上面都係一個好好嘅一個幫助嚟嘅。咁我上一堂講一少少嘅啲 rotoscoping 嘅歷史啦，同埋講咗一啲唔同嘅電影公司或者 animation 嘅公司啦，都會用到 rotoscoping 啦。咁今日我會再俾多啲例子嚟睇嘅。In the last lesson, I have talking about the rotoscoping. I'm talking about the history. You remember that? It's already got 100 years. Okay, history of using the rotoscoping is really a long, long time ago. And I've also shown you different companies. They are also using the rotoscoping to make the animation. Today, I will show you more. Okay. Last lesson, I show you the Pixar. No, no, not Pixar. I show you the Disney. Okay, Alice in Wonderland, Snow White, Little Mermaid, okay, Hercules. Okay, they are all the Disney animation. Today, I'm going to show you Pixar. Okay. 咁上一堂咧，我就主要俾咗好多迪士尼嘅動畫，佢哋用咗 Photoshoping 嘅嚟睇啦，又睇到愛麗絲夢遊仙境啦，跟住睇咗雪姑七友啦，我哋睇咗有個大力士啦。咁今日咧就主要咧就睇下 Pixar 咯喎，即係其實 Pixar 你知啦，做 3D 啊嘛，咁我哋都一樣會做嘅。So I will show you this video, and actually this video showing you the making of the Ratatouille. And actually for the animation, they also using the rotoscoping, okay, to animate the character. 係啦，咁呢個就係個 shot 嚟嘅，呢個就係個 final 啦。咁即係個情形就好似你哋而家咁啦。咁你哋係即當然你未咁快有個 final shot 住先啦。咁你哋好似而家咁樣啦，哦，有咗個 storyboard，and then 就做咗個 animatic。咁呢個其實就個 animatic 嚟噶嘛，係咪？咁我哋就有完呢個 animatic 咧，我哋就去拍 reference 咯。係啦，即係你見到個次序就同你而家上堂學嘅內容嘅次序係有關嘅啦。你上個學期學咗 storyboard 做 animatic，and then 今個學期就做rotoscoping 啦，咁就 very good 啦。So you can see that this is the final shot. Okay, so they just want to show you the final outcome of this clip. But first of all, you will see that before they how they make the final shot, actually they were starting with the storyboard. Okay, just like what you learned in last semester. You start to develop the story, and then you're working on the storyboard and working on the animatic in last semester, and in this semester, okay, in September, you're going to think about how to animate a character. So you can see that this is the progress, okay, starting with the storyboard. And then this is some of the blocking, a really rough animation actually. 咁呢個就叫佢做 blocking 嘅，其實係啦。咁跟住呢個係咩嚟嘅咧？記唔記得我上堂講過咧？功課咧，我唔係要你咁樣自己就走去拍片咁簡單嘅喎，其實，因為你咁樣拍片咧，其實都唔會就咁拍得好嘅。咁呢一個 clip 呢一個 shot 係咩嚟嘅咧？其實我就想俾你睇下咧，佢哋要揾 reference 啊。記唔記得我嘅 C1 同埋 EA 咧？其實除咗你哋要拍個 rotoscoping 片，除咗要畫個 key pose，仲有一樣嘢咧好緊要，我要你哋做嘅嘢係咩咧？就係要揾 reference。係啦，如果你唔記得嘅同學，而家即刻 log in 入去呢個Moodle，你睇下我俾你嘅 project brief 啦。其中一樣嘢我要你哋做嘅咧，就係揾 reference 嘅。咁呢一個咧就係啦，佢揾咗個 reference 咧就係嗰個驚訝 樣嗰個人啦，咁佢就揾一個人驚見到啲嘢嘅話，佢會點表情嘅咧？咁佢就揾咗啲 reference 啊，佢亦都揾一個咧嗰啲人嘅性格咧，就同佢而家要做嗰個 character 好似嘅，咁咪參考佢嗰啲動靜啊、啲動作啊咁樣去做嘅。So you can see what is this in this shot? Actually, it's the reference. Okay, if you still remember when I explained the project brief in last lesson, both in the CA1 and also the EA, you need to capture the reference video and also you need to do the research. Okay, you need to base on the personality of the character. You need to look at some reference from maybe from the internet or from some movie or animation. You need to look for some character. The personality they look quite similar to your own character. Okay, for example, you're going to animate a very fat guy, and then maybe you need to look at some movie or animation and look for some body motion of a fat guy so that when you animate it, you can refer to something. Okay, so this is the reference shot. Can you see the one on the top here, on the top there? He's sort of surprised. Okay, so you can see that the emotion, okay, the facial expression and also the gesture of the body. Okay, you can see how he show his shock. 咁你望翻佢上高呢個咧，其實佢就想 reference 佢啦，即係話好驚咁跟住佢就有啲咁嘅表情啦，係佢嘅成個肢體都會有變化。跟住咧嗱，我哋都會畫一啲咁嘅嘢嘅，呢個就係個 planning 嚟嘅。即係你唔會咁，即係你諗下啦，你嗰一下就畫得好靚好靚啲線，咁你一錯，你咪要重新畫過咯。咁我哋多數咧，可能我哋揾完啲 reference 我想佢係個動作係咁喎，我哋會喺張紙度或者蛙琴啦，好 rough 咁。其實而家其實佢個核突程度咧，同啲火柴人差唔幾啫嘛，係咪？咁但係咧，我就都睇到啦，佢做咩咧？見唔見到啊？佢喺度掹佢頂帽啊！嗰個咧，即踎低咗啦，掹咗佢頂帽啦，裝佢頂帽啦，搖佢頂帽啦，係嘛？即係你見到佢簡單地 plan 咗嗰個 motion 係啲乜啊？咁其實已經好夠啦。跟住之後佢先至去拍 reference 咯。So you can see, this is some of the very rough sketch, okay? Because after you thinking about, after you finish the storyboard, you need to think about the motion very clearly, okay? And then you need to draft, okay, your idea. You have to visualize your idea on the paper. It can be very rough, just like this one, but you can see that he tried to visualize the motion of this character based on the research. Okay, so you can see this is the draft, and then he tried to act. So you can see same guy, but actually he tried to pretend two character. OK，咁你見到呢個 reference 真係好搞笑嘅，即係呢個 rotoscoping 片片啦，嘅 capture reference video 啦，佢一個人分兩個角色㗎啦，你見到啦，嗱一個就係呢個啦，好懶懶行唔理佢啦，係咪？咁佢見到啲膊頭垂晒落嚟咁樣啦，跟住呢個就係扮呢一個廚師啦，咁喺度裝佢嗰頂帽啦，頭先你記得佢哋draw 塊張紙嗰個效果啦，咁佢一個人分幾個角色咁去做啦。俾你睇多次啊！ So you can see that this character, okay, actually try to mimic this character. He's a little bit shy character, okay, and this is a very the chef, okay, so he try to make jokes of him. So you can see the same animator, but he tried to act for two different character, okay. 咁跟住佢參考完嗰啲 reference 嘅片咧，咁就將嗰啲動作再仔細啲做出嚟啦。咁最尾搞掂晒之後咧， 就係咁啦，連埋 rendering 啊，咁啊最尾就變成咁啦。So you know that we are exactly doing the same process just like them. You're just working with your storyboard, and then you need to do some of the research and then draft some of the motion on a paper. It can be very rough, and then you will finish the animation. 係啦，咁佢其實 show 晒成個步驟嘅，由 storyboard 到揾 reference，到 sketch 啲好 rough 嘅，跟住到完成。咁你哋就係類似做呢啲啦。咁呢個都係一樣有即係 Ratatouille 啦。咁佢哋都係一樣用咗呢個 rotoscoping 嘅方法咧去做出嚟嘅。咁我又俾你睇一睇啦。咁又係一樣啦，由 storyboard 做先啦。So you can see that it's also another clip from Ratatouille. They're also starting with the storyboard. That is the animatics. And this is the blocking, just some of the tests. Really rough animation at this moment. 咁你見到呢個其實做 3D 嘅同學就喺度會做呢啲咩 blocking 咯。咁啊做呢啲好 rough 嘅 animation 嘅啫。咁但係其實係 rough 到緊要嘅，即係好多好仔細嘅動作都未做嘅。咁即係呢個就做到完成嘅 animation 啦。咁啊，我倒後少少俾你睇下，就淨係睇個 reference 嗰段啦。睇下先。唔知條片放咗邊啊？唔緊要啦，我可能再另外一條片再 show 俾大家睇啦。So I cannot find that part. Okay, so I will show it to you later. 好，跟住另一個咧就係好耐年前嘅，即係好耐年前，即係1970年代啦。咁其實即係除咗你話一啲大公司用呢個方法啦，其實就有好多啲相對比較好似獨立電影嘅製作啦，嘅動畫電影製作啦，佢哋都有樣用到 rotoscoping 嘅。咁呢個咧係一個1970幾年嘅一個 animation，咁好似好舊啦。佢係逐格手畫嘅，仲要畫喺膠片上面嘅，即係最傳統嘅手畫動畫啦。跟住咧，佢嘅方法咧就係都用 rotoscoping 去做啦。咁佢拍得好認真嘅，即係個 rotoscoping 條片咧。咁陣間你會見得到啊！呢個 Ralph 嘅人咧就係嗰個導演嚟嘅，係啦。咁佢就係做咗一個長片動畫長片，全條都用 rotoscoping 嘅方法做。Now I'm going to because I've shown you some sample from some big animation company, okay? But actually, some of the independent animator, they are also using the rotoscoping skills to do their animation, okay? So Ralph is the director. He make a lot of animation, and most of his animation there, he is using the rotoscoping techniques, okay? But actually, his work is quite he done his work in 1970. Okay, it's quite a few 40 years ago or 50 years ago. Okay, actually he shoot all the video in a big studio. He hired different actor and act like the movie. Okay, so I will show you. This is the making of. I will show you the all this video. Okay. And I will explain it to you. 係啦，咁你見到呢條片咧，其實佢就做一套 animation 啦，就叫做 Fire and Ice 嘅，係啦。如果大家有睇過呢一個權力遊戲啊， 嗰套電視劇咧，其實嗰個《權力遊戲》呢個電視劇咧，其實就係改編自一本小説嘅，就係呢本啦，就叫《Fire and Ice》咯。Okay, if you have watched a TV series called The Game of Thrones, okay, it's very popular TV series. Okay, actually, the Game of Thrones is based on a novel. Okay, the novel is called Fire and Ice. Okay, actually, this is the animation. Okay, 咁我倒後少少先，到去有 water sculpting 嗰度開始先睇啦，嚟呢隻啦。咁佢實際畫出嚟係咁樣嘅。So you can see this is the final outcome of the animation. It's black and white because it's quite a long time ago. Okay, so you can see this is all the video, the reference video they shoot in a studio. 咁你見到呢條就係咧，佢哋拍個 rotoscoping 啦。咁佢真係即係個演員當然就好好啦，係咪？即係你唔可以即係演得衰嘅，如果唔係你參考都錯㗎。咁你見到佢哋一個大嘅 studio 裏面度去拍攝啦。咁佢拍完之後咧，咁就會好似而家你見到咁樣啦。咁就因為片嚟㗎嘛，片就係一格格相啦，你都係換言之計，係咪？咁佢就將每張相印出嚟啦，即係晒咗出嚟啦。然之後咧就用個膠片咧就畫翻出嚟嘅。咁你見到佢手上面個笪咧就係嗰啲拍咗嘅片啊。咁佢拍咗個片，咁佢將佢印成一張張嘅相咯。咁我哋陣間都會 go through 呢個 step 嘅。Okay, so you can see he's holding a stack of photos. Okay, because he's shoot in a studio. Actually, it's in film. But you know that film actually you can print out as a photo. Okay, so this is a series of photo of taking the fighting scenes. Okay, so they print it out and tracing the motion frame by frame. Okay, if you still remember last lesson, I have told you the definition of the rotoscoping actually is tracing the live action frame by frame. 係啦，咁如果你記得我上堂個 notes 有講過rotoscoping 嘅定義係啲咩㗎嘛？就係逐格逐格印啊嘛。咁嗱，你而家見到佢就利用個燈箱啦，就去用嗰張相啦，然之後就印翻落張紙度啦。咁當然佢印就唔係直接咁印啦，咁佢畫嘅時候會畫翻嗰個 character 嘅造型啦。咁嗱，你見到啲動作好流暢嘅。即係啲人啦，當然你唔好計隻翼龍啦，翼龍係假㗎啦。咁但係所有人嘅動態咧，其實全部都係拍出嚟嘅。So you can see that they set it up in a studio, okay, and they capture all the video. So you can see this is the production, okay. But of course, you know that we don't have this kind of big production. Okay, just like this one, I think it's quite funny. So I pause here. 咁我覺得呢 part 幾有趣嘅，所以我停一停先。咁例如好似呢啲 case 咁啊，哇個主角要爬懸崖喎，咁點拍咧係嘛？咁咧好啦，大家睇下咯。So how they shoot this shot? Okay, actually it's like this. Okay, because I said that this is a big studio. Okay, so actually they set up very some of the level the work, and then the character the actor climb up. Okay, and then to capture the video and just tracing into the animation. 好搞笑，咩樣照影印到嘅。你見啲動作啦，包括連啲布咧嘅 motion 都好靚嘅，因為佢有得 trace 啊嘛。So you can see that the motion is really smooth, okay? Even the cloth, okay? Because they can reference frame by frames, okay? 好啦，跟住呢個又好得意啦。好啦，呢個 shot 我又要 pause 因為我覺得佢好得意。咁咧呢一個 shot 係乜鬼咧？你見到呢有5位演員啦，咁咧佢好搞笑喎，佢哋咧就好似向住架車唔知做乜鬼嘢啦。 咁其實係咩嚟嘅咧？嗱，頭先有個提示嘅，頭先你見到嗰條片咧，佢有隻怪獸喎。咁咁你諗下啦，嚟我估計係講關於恐龍嘅。咁我現實冇恐龍噶嘛，咁我點算咧？我唔通揾隻恐龍嚟拍咩？咁我冇嘅，所以咧我就唯有即係做 photoshopping 嘅話咧，我哋要揾第二啲嘢取代啦。Okay, so you can see, I think this shot is quite interesting, because when you were thinking about capturing the reference video, you're not just capture what is in the storyboard. For some of the cases, you cannot shoot in the real life. For example, maybe there's a monster in your animation, but how can we find a monster in reality? Okay, or maybe your animation got a dragon or something, but you cannot shoot it. Okay, it's impossible to shoot it. So we have to using some other things to replace it. For example, this one. You can see this five actor. He's there looking. This guy aim at this truck. Okay, but what is this truck is? Actually, it's a monster. Okay, you can looking at here. He tried to attack this one. Actually, this is the monster. OK，咁其實咧嗰個車咧，其實就係呢個怪獸。你見唔見呢個咧？佢有個吊臂，佢吊起咗個人。其實佢就係咁你一樣啦。佢個故事就係想講隻怪獸擔起咗個人。咁我冇理由現實揾唔到一個怪獸噶嘛，咁佢咪用第二啲工具去做咯。So you can see actually this shot actually is talking about the monster try to eat this guy. Okay, but we cannot find a monster in the reality, so they're using other things to visualize this idea. Okay, so you can looking at this shot again. This is the monster. Okay. And catch one guy. Okay. So you can see the final result. Okay. Catch one guy. Okay. This is the talking about the background. Okay. They do a lot of different research and draw the background. Okay. You can see this is the background, so I will skip it and paint the background. So you can see that after they finish the background and they put the character all together. Okay, so that the character can with the background. 咁你見到佢哋人還人畫啦，背景還背景畫嘅。咁因為佢畫喺膠片上面啦，咁所以咧佢哋就可以即係將佢疊埋出嚟咧，就做一個合成嘅。係啦，咁你見到佢而家呢度咧，突然間佢就會 show 翻俾你睇啊！佢嗰個嘅膠片啦，同埋上色嘅時候嘅。咁但係當然啦，我哋而家做動畫就全部轉晒做電腦啦，我哋就唔會再畫喺膠片上高嘅。咁但係你都可以見到其實係咁樣做啦。So actually you can see that the character they draw on a cell. Cell actually is a plastic film, okay, which is transparent. And then they need to draw on that film, the transparent film, and then they paint on it because it is transparent, and so that you can put the background underneath. Okay, so you can see this is the cell, the plastic film. So, but of course, you know, you don't do it nowadays because it's quite old-fashioned, and I don't think we can find some of these plastic film anymore because most of the animation they are digitized. Okay, they're using computer to draw it. So I think we cannot find this cell anymore. Okay, so you can see this is the example of showing you the cell and also the background. Okay, the cell is something like this. You can see it's transparent. Okay, they only draw the character on it, and the background is drawing on the paper. Okay, so they will draw the character frame by frame. So on different plastic films and then put all together. So I won't show you the whole video because it's quite long. I think the most important thing I have already shown it to you. So if you are interested in it, you want to see the whole making of, you can just go to the Moodle and download the notes and then watch this making of later。咁我唔播晒全條片啦，因為條片太長啦。咁但我覺得最重要嘅嘢咧，我俾晒你哋睇㗎啦，已經係啦。咁如果你自己想睇咧，喺翻個 Moodle 裏邊啦，你可以 download 翻今日嘅 notes 啦，咁佢就會有晒全條片啦。咁呢個係另一個嘅 animation 咧，其實佢都係用咁2001年嘅，佢都用 rotoscoping 嘅方法去做，咁但係就冇咁頭先嗰啲咁 old school 啦，即係仲要畫膠片啊、上色啊咁樣啦，咁係電腦化做噶啦，已經係。So the next animation that I'm going to show you is called, sorry, I typed something wrong. Actually, this animation is called Waking Life. Okay, this is the name. Okay. So Waking Life, actually this animation is done in 2001. They do the whole animation in computer, but they also using the rotoscoping techniques. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of the final outcome, okay, of the animation. 咁我又唔會播晒嘅，咁咧我就播啲片段俾你睇咯。咁嗱，你見到咧，全叫咩啊？電腦做法嘅，就唔係手畫嘅。係啦，咁你見到咧，其實係咪個效果？即係當然啦，呢個就係電腦出嚟嘅效果啦，咁其實幾靚。So you can see this is the one making in the digital, making in the computer. Is the result is quite nice. So you can see this is all done in the computer. 係啦，咁我又唔播晒啦。咁你自己想睇咧，又係去翻條 link 就可以自己再睇埋剩餘嘅。sorry 啊，撳錯咗。好，咁 Waking Life 啦，就係呢一個 animation 啦，即係做動畫嘅。好啦，咁我哋咧就先睇咗好多啲即係啲電影嘅 animation，係啦，即係 full length 啦，所謂。咁呢個咧就係一個嘅短片啊，咁都係用 rotoscoping 嘅方法做，咁其實做得好靚，佢啲動作做得好好。So now I'm going to show you some animated shot. Means very short, right? Actually, is I think the motion is quite nice. Okay, so I will show it to you. I think this animation is quite good. 咁我會先播個完成作品俾你睇先嘅，我轉頭咧就俾埋個 making of 你睇。So first of all, I will show you the final result of this animation to you first, and then I will show the making of afterwards. So you can see the motion is really nice. It's like a dancing, the modern dancing. The motion is really, really good. You can feel the weight, the body balance, but actually it's not easy if you're not using the rotoscoping techniques. 咁當然啦，你見到佢啲動作，啲跳舞動作係好好啊。咁你話可唔可以唔敢做用，即越憑想像怎去做出嚟咧？係好難。你純粹單純用憑想像去做嘅話咧，其實啲重量感咧，即係你見到佢跌落嚟就起身嗰種感覺咧，你見到其實係如果你冇嘢 reference 咧，其實係好難做得好睇嘅。你會覺得咧，一係就成個人浮遊咁樣咯，冇重量咯。但係你見到佢係感覺到有快慢節奏啊，咁咪做得好好。So you can appreciate the motion. And Sometimes maybe you will think about if we're using the rotoscoping, why we are not just showing the video? Why we make it as an animation? I can tell you, this animation it will be the answer. Okay, although you capture the reference video, but you can see that in this animation they apply something unreal. Okay, in the animation, for example, the character become to water. Okay, the character can elongate the arms. Okay, for example, you can see that the character become the flatter. Okay, you cannot do it in the real life. Okay, so they try to combine the rotoscoping, the live action, and also the imagination. They put it all together and make it as an animation. That's why we make an animation. 咁有啲同學會諗啦，咁你又拍片，好似頭先咁嗰套電影咁，哇拍咁多 shot，咁嘥人力物力，咁點解唔交拍片即點解唔做一電影啫？係咪？點解要做動畫咧？咁呢一個 animation 就正正係一個好好嘅例子啊！佢 show 到俾你睇咧，其實我哋拍咗個 rotoscoping 嘅片，其實我哋唔係怎用㗎。我哋係會加一啲我哋諗嘅一啲創意啦、想像啦，放落去呢個作品裏面噶嘛，係咪？而令到佢咧可以係即係一啲做到一啲現實唔能夠做到嘅嘢嘛，咁我哋先至會值得去做動畫啫，係咪？咁所以咧呢個咧就係個 making of 啦。咁你就可以睇下佢究竟即係頭先個動畫好好睇啦，係咪？咁點樣做出嚟嘅咧？ So you can see this is the making of that animation. Okay, you can see how they produce the animation. 咁一樣啦，咁呢一個人因為講下佢啲background 嘅啫，係啦，佢少少嘅 profile 啦。咁我倒後少少啊，好，由呢度開始啦。係啦，咁一樣啦，佢哋有 storyboard 先啦。So you see that they're starting with the storyboard, and then this is the capturing the reference video. Okay, this is the dancer. 係啦，咁你見到啦，佢就去 observe 好多呢啲即係參考啦。跳舞嘅動作係點咧？咁佢哋跟住就要拍嘅。咁我上次都有解釋過㗎，例如一啲專業嘅嘢咧，我哋唔會自己嘗試去做啊，係啦，我真係會揾翻啲專業嘅人去做翻佢專業嘅嘢咯。例如我上次講過，例如跳舞啊、功夫啊，你去扮打功夫同埋你係扮跳舞咧，其實完全唔係嗰樣嘢嚟嘅，其實係啦。So you can see that last lesson I've talking about it. Also, I was talking about if something very professional, okay, such as the martial arts or dancing, the dance move, okay, I will not act by myself. I will looking for some professional dancer, and then they dance for me, okay, and then I capture the video because I cannot mimic the whole motion of them. Okay, so you can see he tried to capture the motion. They're using the tripod. Okay, it's very important. 咁你見到拍 rotoscoping，我哋要腳架啦，係咪？所以點解我話叫你準備一個手機嘅腳架咧？咁你見到跟住佢就話啦，based on the reference 啦，好似咁樣手變翼，即係呢啲嘢你知道係現實做唔到，我哋先至值得做動畫㗎啫嘛。所以其實拍片係一個動態嘅參考，但係你唔可以話怎樣完全跟足就算啦。So you can see that the transformation from the arms to the wings. Okay, you can see that how they apply the imagination into the animation. Okay, so they draw it frame by frame. They want to show it to you. This is the frame by frame. Okay, draw into computer. So you cannot be lazy, okay? You cannot just using one frame and last for 1 second, okay? You have to draw frame by frame。咁你見到頭先嗰個畫面咧，就係想俾你睇佢逐格逐格 frame 畫嘅，係啦，咁先流暢啦，係啦，咁就冇得偷雞啦，唔好諗住畫一格咧就停留2秒咁啊，好慢嘅，咁樣樣就唔好睇啦。咁你見到咧，其實佢個 work 好靚嘅，其實嗱，例如佢啲。所以你見到咧，即係頭先你啱啱見到嗰個最終嘅結果啦，係啦，咁一樣啦，我都唔播晒啦。你有興趣自己可以再上翻呢個 link 嗰度睇翻啦。大致上你都睇咗8、9成要睇嘅嘢噶啦。Okay，so 呢個咧都係一個舊嘅 music video 啊。咁佢咧就係一個，即係其實你發覺咧 motoscoping 呢樣嘢咧，佢唔單止一定 apply 喺電影啊、動畫電影啊身上喎。例如佢 apply 喺一啲 music video 上面嘅。咁呢一個係一個例子，就係一個好舊嘅 music video 啦。咁佢就做咗一個歌手啦，即係咁 music video 嘅一定有個歌手唱歌㗎啦，係咪？咁就有歌手咧就同一個 virtual 嘅 character 咧就跳舞嘅，係啦。咁個 virtual 嘅 character 咧，咁佢跳舞嘛，咁所以咧就係都係有一個 rotoscoping 嘅片去跟嘅。Actually, the rotoscoping can be applied in animation, maybe the animated feature film, but sometimes they will apply into the music video. Okay, this is the music video. You know that for music video, most of the time they will got the singer. Okay, but in the concept of this music video is the singer is dancing with a virtual character. Okay, this is the virtual character. So you can see this animation. This is the final version. Okay, I will show it the making of to you later。係啦，咁我轉頭會俾個 making of 你睇。咁呢個就係真人夾假 character 啦。咁嗱，啲跳舞嘅動作啦，so you can see the dance, the move. They're also using they also need a dancer, okay, so that they can capture the video and make it as an animation. So you can see that the whole music video actually is a live action with a virtual character. It look like the female singer dance with this cat. 係啦，咁我唔播晒啦，我反而咧就想播個 making of 俾你哋睇啊。So I will not show you the whole full length. I would like to show you the making of instead. 好啦，咁呢個就係你比較啦，左右比較睇到即係有歌手有跳舞嘅人俾你參考啦。咁你見左手邊嗰個咧就係一個 dancer 啦。So you can see that the comparison between the real dancer and also the virtual character. You can see that they will only capture the reference video of the dancing motion. Okay, for example, the walking they will not capture. 咁你見到例如好似呢啲咁嘅動作咧，佢唔係所有動作都 capture 㗎。例如好似呢啲佢揭開個垃圾桶蓋，佢都唔會全部嘢 cap 嘅。佢只會 capture 一啲佢哋覺得難做嘅，例如頭先我講嘅舞步啦，啲舞步即係好難㗎嘛，跳舞係咪？咁佢哋先至揾人去做嘅啫，否則咧其實佢就唔會話即係打開個門又 cap，跟住拎起個垃圾桶蓋又 cap，唔會咯。嗱，好似啲咁嘅行路咧，呢啲新手呢啲咧，唔需要 cap 嘅，係跳舞先至係難啊嘛，咁就係跳舞先至 capture 咯。 咁但係當然啦，你哋做功課咧，我就要你所有都要 capture 嘅，因為你哋始終係比較初學做動畫咧，其實你哋好需要呢啲 reference 幫你去做啦。係啦，咁我唔播晒啦。好啦，咁下一個重點咧就係 safety concern 嚇，咁係咩嚟嘅咧？安全問題啊！舉例你個 animation，我話雖然要你拍啫，咁舉例啦，如果你嘅故仔個角色要飛上個天嘅，或者係個懸崖跳落嚟嘅，咁我要你拍 reference，咁唔通你真係自己走去個懸崖度跳落嚟咩？係咪？或者你個槍片就飛落去咩？咁你唔會噶嘛，因為危險噶嘛。即係例如你個 shot 可能游水嘅，咁例如你根本都唔識游水嘅，咁你冇理由去即係去拍一啲咁嘅 reference 嘅片去游水噶嘛。咁所以咧，我哋其實拍 rotoscoping 嘅片咧，亦都另一樣嘢要考慮嘅咧，就係個安全問題啦。究竟可唔可行咧？So the next point that I want to focus is about the safety concern. Okay. For example, maybe your animation is about flying in the sky. Okay. But you cannot fly in the sky, right? So it's impossible. Or maybe your animation, you need to jump off a cliff or jump off a building. So it's also impossible to jump off a building, okay, because you will die, okay. So actually, when I'm talking about capturing the rotoscoping, firstly, you have to thinking about the safety, okay. Is it safe to do it? Is it safe to do that? Okay, you cannot just capture the reference video, okay. For something, you'll find that it is very dangerous. You cannot do it by yourself. You are allowed to download some video from the internet or YouTube, okay, or from a movie, okay。咁如果真係有一啲好似頭先以上先提到一啲真係有危險性嘅嘢，你真係唔能夠去做出嚟嘅，因為會對生命造成危險嘅嘢咧，咁點算咧？咁你就可以上網 download 啦。你可以揾啲片啊，揾啲電影啊。例如你話，我想飛喎，咁你可唔可以 reference 隻雀仔啊？真正嘅雀仔佢點飛咧？你可以參考真正嘅雀仔咯。係啦，咁你可以上網去 download 一啲自己需要嘅片落嚟啦。咁例如有啲乜嘢係我覺得好危險，即係呢啲嘢你就可以上網揾片咧。咁例如好似頭先講啦，你游水啦，咁你潛水，喂，你唔識專業潛水，你唔可以走去潛水噶嘛，係咪？會危險噶嘛。又話好似呢啲咁樣，哇，要你喺個 building 度跳落嚟，咁當然啦，原來你其實得2級樓梯嘅，梗係可以跳啦，係咪？即係嗱，即係可能個劇情就係喺一個高樓大廈上高跳啦。但係如果你現實地你揾到原來有一個一張凳，即係公園嗰啲凳啦，咁其實你可以個公園凳度跳落嚟都得㗎，咁都可以扮到㗎嘛。你用翻個角度，好似呢一個咁樣，佢唔係真係喺個高空地方跳落嚟㗎嘛，係咪？咁咪可以咯。咁例如頭先我都講啦，例如一啲專業嘅嘢就要翻專業人士去做啦。例如呢個故事係打交嘅。咁你同你同學仔點打啊？都唔似噶嘛，係咪？又冇力又冇性，係咪？咁梗係揾啲專業嘅人去做參考啦，咁就會出嚟嘅效果就會好啲啊。咁so you can see that for some of the situation, I would not suggest you to capture the reference video. I will ask you to find some reference online or maybe from YouTube. For example, if some of the shot is underwater, just like this one, okay, because you're not professional diver, you cannot dive in the water, okay. So you can capture some video online, or you can see from the one on the right hand side, the guy is jumped off a building. I don't think it's possible for you to do it, but you can also think on other situation. For example, maybe in the park, maybe you got a chair, okay, on the park, and then you can go up to the chair and jump off the chair. Just try to simulate this shot. I think it's fine, okay. And also for some of the shot, for example, the boxing. Okay, maybe in your animation for some of the sequence that is the fighting scenes. I don't think you or your classmate can fight very good, okay, because you're not the professional fighter. So I believe that you can find, okay, some good reference video for you, okay, to make this animation look good, okay. So we're target on some good result。係啦，咁我哋重點梗係希望個效果係好噶啦，係咪？即係你揾嗰條片嘅話，你都要即係有用先得㗎。你夾硬拍完之後唔係你想要嘅嘢就冇用啦。好啦，終於講完我咁耐咯，講成粒鐘啦。咁好啦，跟住輪到咧就係堂課時間啦。咁啊輪到你哋做嘢嘅時間啦。咁要你做啲乜咧？咁咧我就會俾20分鐘你啦。而家就1:7，我就俾20分鐘你。我要你咧做嗱，因為你哋而家冇得group of two 啦，咁你就自己一個人做一個啦。咁用手機啦，用腳架拍啦。咁你哋咧要攞一個 object，咁係乜嘢 object 都冇所謂，你自己諗啦。咁梗係我覺得你就緊攞到嘅嘢啦。你可以支鉛筆啊，一個手機唔得喎，你手機攞嚟拍片喎，唔用得。一條鎖匙，一本書 whatever 啦，總之你身邊有嘅嘢啦，是但攞一樣嘢，然之後拍4條片。拍4條片，嗱，呢4條片咧，第一條片係你要模擬拎呢嚿嘢係好輕嘅，我唔理你實際拎咗本嘢係咩啊，我舉例，你攞條牙籤咁跟住咧，咁咧你就要拎呢條牙籤好輕咁拎起佢，你做咩動作俾我感覺到佢好輕咧？跟住第二條片，同樣啊，聽清楚係同樣 object，即係同樣同一條牙籤啊。今次我要你表現到佢重過頭先嘅，咁你有咩動作表現到佢重過頭先咧？好啦，第3條片都係拎呢支牙籤，今次係要重嘅。你要點樣做？點樣拎呢支牙籤俾我覺得佢好重，好難拎嘅？第4都係拎同一支牙籤，但係我想你表現到咧，佢好重好重，重到爭啲拎唔起嘅，明唔明我意思啊？嗱，我唔係要你拍4條片拎唔同嘅嘢，4條片拎同一個 object，我唔理你係本書係個擦膠定係支筆定乜鬼嘢啦。但係你要呈現咗4個唔同嘅重量，咁啊4條片係啦，每條片咧就要係 full high den 嘅。咁你哋拍之前咧，陣間咧麻煩你 set 翻你個手機嗰個拍片嗰個模式係要 full high den 嘅，係啦，揀翻1920x1080啦，然之後要打橫拍，係啦，即係你唔好話，我打直拍唔得，打橫拍嘅得唔得？Okay, so I will explain it to you. What is the class exercise of today? Because you are at home, so maybe you cannot form a group of two. Okay, so you do it individually, and then using a mobile phone. Remember to set the mobile phone, the video setting should be the full high definition. Okay, which is 1980 pixel by 1080 pixel, okay? And it has to be a landscape, okay? You cannot take a portrait, okay? You have to be a landscape using a tripod, okay? And then you can pick one object, whatever you have, maybe near by you, okay? It can be a pencil or it can be a book. It can be a potato chips, okay? Whatever, okay? You can pick one object, okay? And then you need to capture 4 different video. 4 different video. For example, maybe you choose to pick up a pencil, okay? You need to pick up this pencil and showing me this is very, very light, just like a feather. It's really light. How to act to show this is really light, okay? And then the second video, you also need to pick up the same object, which is a pencil, okay? This time, this pencil is heavier, okay? It's not as light as the feather. Okay, so what is your body language? What is the gesture? How your hand move? Okay, to show this is a bit heavier than the first one. Okay, the third one. Okay, you also need to pick the same object. Okay, let's say pencil. Okay, this time the pencil is very heavy. Okay, you need to put a lot of effort to pick it up. Okay, finally, the fourth one, you also need to pick up a pencil. But this time, this pencil is really, really, really heavy. You're not able to lift it up. Okay, so you have to capture four different video, but picking the same object. Okay, so you got 20 minutes to do it. So now it's 1:41. So you have to finish by 2. OK，咁而家你有4個字去拍呢個啦，咁你 set 下相機啦，set 下腳架啦，揀嘢啦嚇，咁你要拍4條片，2點鐘拍完，係啦，我等陣間話俾你聽點樣交。OK，you have to submit these 4 videos, OK, in Moodle. So just now go and take the video. So we will be back at 2 o'clock. OK, you have to finish capture this 4 video. OK, but I will still here. So if you have question of your problem, you don't know how to shoot it, just ask me. 咁我會喺度嘅呢20分鐘，你唔需要擔心，我唔會走咗去，係啦。咁你有嘢問，你拍拍下，咦唔識喎，你即刻可以喺度問翻我都得嘅，得唔得？好，你2點鐘前要拍好嘅，係啦，咁你哋可以去拍啦。即係咧，雖然咧今次呢個即係拎嘢呢個咧，我就冇 further 再即係點樣去玩啦。即係再點樣去用落去啦。咁但係其實咧個道理就係話你要拍啲 reference 啦，拍完就好似咁樣啦，盡量係橫到啊。因為你都明白我哋拍 reference 係攞嚟做 animation 啊嘛。咁邊有條 animation 係直到嘅先得㗎？係咪？你睇所有片都係打橫㗎嘛。所以 that's why 我想你拍打橫嘅。咁但係當然啦，我明白我於屋企未必大家拍得到嘅，咁啊冇所謂啦。暫時咁我哋遲啲真係將來交功課咧，就真係要係橫到㗎啦。咁都有啲要求嘅，到時咁我會再講清楚啲㗎啦。到你真係做功課嗰時，咁而家呢啲練習我都 OK 嘅。Okay, so after you finish taking the 4 video, the reference video, I will go to the next step. In this class exercise, we don't further have any follow actions for that. But for the future, we were working. We just want to demonstrate how you capture the video and how to further working in the After Effects. For the assignment, I mean the CAEA. You have to take it as in a landscape. Okay, you cannot take it as a portrait. Okay, it's very important because all the animation they are portrait. No, sorry, landscape. Okay. So you have to using the same aspect ratio. So what is the video that I share to you? I just want to show you how to further process the video. OK，咁我而家想 show 俾你睇咧，就係我哋例如好似頭先咁樣啦，拍完啲片咯，咁拍完啲片咁點用咧？係咪？即係你拍完啲片，我哋唔係咁樣就算噶嘛，咁我哋係要用佢嘅。咁我而家就 show 一次俾大家睇，我哋之後會點做啦。咁我哋之後咧就有機會要你哋，其實我哋跟住都要做嘅。咁如果有啲同學而家冇 After Effects 嘅話咧，唔緊要，我已經錄咗片，咁你之後去跟翻嚟做啦。The next step is once you capture the video, we will process it in After Effects. If you don't have After Effects in your home computer, maybe you can install it as soon as possible. So I'm going to show you what is the next step is. OK，咁其實咧，我哋下一個練習咧就係、不過我就唔使要你拍啦。原先想要你拍嘅，其實你可以睇翻呢個碌士咧。頭先咧我哋就係拍咗拎嘢啦。原先咧我就有第二個練習㗎，咁咧就叫你行路嘅，其實叫你行一個普通嘅行路啦，即係正常啦，跟住行一個好似跑緊啦，跟住俾人追啦，同埋扮到好似個賊行路咁樣嘅，其實係啦，我想要你行4種樣嘅，不過我都明大家屋企好難啊，點樣扮行路啫，係咪好難？咁所以咧就唔使啦，咁我咧就特登俾一條片你啦，所以咧所以咧就唔需要拍啦。 Actually, we should have the second activities, which is shooting a video of walking. Okay, different kind of walk, different ways to walk. The first one is a normal walking. The second one is running. The third one is being chased, and the fourth one is walk like a thief. Okay, but I know that because the limitation in your home, okay, you're not able to shoot the full body, or even you cannot walk. Okay, maybe you cannot shoot a video of walking at home. So that's why I skip this part. Okay, that's why I share a video with you. Okay, so that we can using the video instead of shooting by yourself. 好啦，咁我哋就直接跳咗去第三個 activity 啦。So we skip the activity 2 and then we jump to this activity 3。係啦，咁頭先我咪有條片嘅，咁我就咧而家就要 import 翻入嚟啦。咁咧就係頭先我俾咗你嗰條啦。Okay, so actually I would like you to capture by yourself, but I just want to using the video that I share with you. You don't need to capture by yourself. 咁我哋就 import 翻頭先我俾你嗰條片啦。咁你頭先 save 咗喺邊？你要自己揾翻咯喎。係啦，我唔知你頭先 save 咗喺邊啦。係啦，咁我咧就係呢條片嚟嘅。So this is the video that I have just shared with you. Okay, so I need to import in After Effects。係啦，咁你而家要做嘅步驟咧就係將頭先我 share 俾你嗰條片咧 import 入嚟 After Effects 啊。然之後 open 啦，and then click open。Okay, here's the video. Okay, and then I will create a new composition by clicking the new composition。咁我 import 咗頭先條片入嚟之後咧，我就會開一個新嘅 composition 啦，就喺上高啦 new composition。咁因為我哋一般嘅動畫啦，甚至乎你哋嘅 FYP 啦、Final Year Project 啦，都係用呢一個 standard 嘅，就係呢一個啦 ，HDTV 108025呢一個。係啦，咁你都可以記住得噶啦。你以後都係一直都用呢個 size 啊，就唔會用第二個 size 噶啦。So once you click the new composition, remember the preset. Okay, this is the same standard of we are making of the final year project. Okay, so you'd have to remember. Okay, the standard is HDTV 1080 25 frames, frame per second. Okay. Okay, I don't care about the duration because I will make it short。咁我暫時唔使改嗰個 duration 住啊，因為咧其實我只係要 cut 一段好短嘅 clip 出嚟嘅啫，咁所以咧個 duration 而家其實係咩我都冇乜太大所謂嘅。Okay, once you create the new composition, you can drag the video into the timeline, which is drag into the composition。咁你開咗個 composition 之後咧，就拖你嗰條片啦，頭先個100個 ways to walk 嗰條片咧放落去下低條 timeline，咁佢自動應該放咗落個 common 噶啦。咁你見到咧就係呢一條片嚟嘅。咁其實嗰條片咧好長下嘅，咁我俾段片段落你睇啦。咁咧其實就係有唔同嘅行路方法咯。嗱，有普通嘅行路啦，又好女性化嘅行路啦。嗱，女性化行路多啲咩扭嘅咯，有咯，跟住成個賊咁行，跟住好嬲咁行，係嘛？咁咧，其實我咧就係要你哋做嘅嘢咧，就係做賊咁行嗰個啦。咁咧，我想咧，而家我哋就要 edit 翻嗰段咧，我淨係要賊嗰段啫，即係好似你而家咁樣啦，拍片咁樣樣啫嘛。其實你而家有啲頭頭尾尾啲 shot 咧，其實我哋唔要噶。咁你哋要識得 cut 翻你要嗰段出嚟咯。咁我哋咧就喺度睇翻啦。例如我哋由呢度開始要嘅，我就攞呢個藍色嗰個，即係上高呢個深灰色嗰啲位咧，淨係跨翻呢一段出嚟。所以頭先我就唔喺你個 duration 嘅長度嘅。So you can see that I try to trim the parts of the sneak. Okay, I just want to have this part. Okay, so I'm using the work area bar on the top here. Just select the sneak walk. Okay, so you can see I can using the space bar as well to preview this part。咁我可以撳 space bar 咧去 preview 就係呢段啦。咁但係你見到我淨係 cap 咗，即係淨係 select 咗佢 sneak 呢一 part。咁其實咧頭先咧，我原先咧要你哋係自己拍噶嘛啲片。其實頭先咧，我呢度咧見唔見到最底呢個？第四，其實我想你咧拍一個扮賊行嘅，其實sneak 咧已經係好賊咁行嘅方法㗎啦，咁所以我就直接用呢一個啦。因為其實我哋第三個練習咧就係撈緊。So actually you can see that actually at class activity 2, the last one, the last video, I need you to capture the walking style of a thief. Okay, so this time you don't need to capture by yourself. I provide a video for you, but what you need to do is you need to trim it in After Effects. Okay, after you so that for the class activity 3, you need to select this part, the sneak, and then import in After Effects, trim the clip. So what we have just done, and then export in a JPEG sequence, delete alternative frames, and then import the frame in Photoshop and change the motion, and replace the character with the cartoon-like character. 咁其實呢個練習係做啲咩咧？嗱，我哋啱啱頭先就試咗放到 After Effects 啦，cut 咗條片啦，跟住我哋下一個 step 咧就要將佢 export 做 JPEG 啦。咁我會教埋你點樣 export 做一啲 JPEG sequence 啦，跟住我哋就會 delete 某啲 frame 啦，跟住然之後咧，我哋就會喺 Photoshop 裏面去 trace 翻嗰啲 motion 出嚟啦。咁我哋咧就當然，你頭先就見到個人咧係個男人樣啦，咁但係我哋咧就到時就換咗個賊樣俾佢噶啦。好，咁你見到呢個啦，我哋點樣去 export 佢做一格格 frame 咧？咁就係撳呢度上高啦 ，composition 啦 ，add to render queue。So how we export it as a JPEG sequence, we need to, so I would do it again. I have to select the composition and go to the composition, add to render queue. Add to render queue. Okay, in output module, here you can see lossless. Click in lossless and change to JPEG sequence. 咁你點樣將佢由呢個片變成係 JPEG 咧？咁就係呢個 output module 呢一個 lossless 個字咧，你可以撳嘅，係啦，你撳入去咧，佢就會彈一個畫面出嚟噶啦。咁其實喺嗰度揀咧係 JPEG 嘅。咁等佢陣啊，撈緊。等等佢有啲慢啦。係啦，咁咧嗱，你平時 export 咧可能就係片啦，咁我哋而家咧就唔係 export 做片嘅，我哋 export 做 JPEG 嘅，所以咧我哋喺個 format 嗰度啦，由 QuickTime 咧我哋變咗去做 JPEG sequence 嘅。So most of the time we will export in from After Effects, we should export as QuickTime or MOV or MPEG-4, but this time I need to export it as JPEG sequence, so I need to change the format here. Okay, you should find one is called JPEG sequence. Okay, here, JPEG sequence. So you have to pick this one, select this choice. Okay, and then you can click OK. 咁你跟住咧揀完個 format 係 JPEG sequence 之後咧就撳 OK。跟住咧就要喺呢個 output to 呢度咧揀你要 save 嘅位置啦。 After that, you have to select the location of the file, okay, while they export the file。咁你就揀個地方 save 啦。咁我梗係建議揀翻同一個位啦，即係例如頭先我放咗呢度嘅，咁我會建議改人名嘅。So I would highly recommend you to rename the file properly. Okay, instead of com1, I would suggest you to select to rename it as some meaningful name。咁我建議你啦，唔好叫 com1 啦，因為你遲啲就唔鬼知 com1 係啲乜㗎啦。咁我哋就會即係對應翻佢係內容啦，就係俾翻啲有意義啲嘅名啦。Sneak。咁跟住咧，呢度後面有啲井嘅，留翻佢有用嘅，係啦。咁呢個 subfolder 我都會建議改翻做同一個名嘅，都叫 Sneak 啦。So I will also rename it the subfolder, put it in subfolder, and I will name it as Sneak as well, and then save。跟住你就可以撳 render 啦，and then you can click render on the right hand side, and then wait。咁你可以撳 render 之後就可以等啦，等佢陣。咁你見到佢 van 緊就有條藍色巴喺下底喐緊嘅，咁佢等佢條藍色巴行晒咧，咁佢就會 van 完噶啦。So you can see that the blue the rendering bar is here. So once it's reached to the end, means it's finished the rendering. So you can see it's done now. 咁你見到佢 van 完啦。咁佢 van 完咧就好似頭先咁樣啦，我開咗個 folder 叫 sneak 噶嘛，咁佢就放晒喺呢一度啦。咁呢度就係我嗰啲嘅，即係呢個行路嗰個片嚟噶啦。咁你就見到佢 van 咗好多張嘅，因為咧呢度我估睇下先，佢 van 咗幾多咧？So you can see this is all the JPEGs rendering from this clip. Okay, total 94 frame. 94 frames means 4 seconds. 咁啊4秒嘅，係啦，咁我就唔會畫晒嘅，係啦。咁我哋下一堂就會教你咧點樣去based on 呢一堆 export 咗嘅 JPEG 咧，我哋再點樣喺 Photoshop 裏面去畫啦。Okay, so in the next lesson, I will teach you how to use this JPEG sequence and how to using the rotoscoping techniques to make it as an animation. Okay. 咁我哋下一堂就會將呢啲圖咧，就將佢變成個即係點樣去做，即係點樣當係一個 reference 去做畫一個 animation 咧。咁我哋下堂就會試下做呢一樣嘢啦。咁所以咧，如果你今堂咧未剪好呢一個賊仔行路嘅話咧，咁你就可以去剪啦。跟住就好似我而家咁樣啦，教你 export 啦。咁我 export 晒呢啲 JPEG，咁我哋下一次星期四上堂12點半至2點半咧，咁我哋就會繼續喺呢一個步驟裡面繼續做落去啦。咁就教你點樣放落 Photoshop，再點樣去繼續變成一個動畫啦。Okay, so if you haven't trimmed the video yet, maybe you haven't exported it yet, okay, you have to do it in this week. Okay, on next week, I mean the next lesson, I you have to make sure you all of you got all this JPEG sequence, and then we will further process in Photoshop and make it as an animation. Okay.